Dimension.
1.
Diameter. Diameter.
Example.
On a modern jet, the diameter of a frontal fan is larger than a truck.
I need around 310 mil. That's the diameter of the diffuser.
2.
Circumference. Circumference.
Example.
Hallmark pies doesn't have anything to do with the circumference of a circle.
The circumference of her buttocks and the volume of her lips.
3.
Height. Height.
Example.
He wore heavy jackets and big hats to accentuate his height. You had to work within specific height and width parameters.
4.
Length. Length.
Example.
Dragonflies with a wingspan of an eagle and pillbugs the length of a car really existed.
Correctly finds that the length of the new square is 8 meters.
5.
Measure. Measure.
Example.
Use this report as a measure of accountability.
When a group of researchers wanted to measure cases of everyday dehumanizing.
6.
Radius. Radius.
Example.
If there's a perimeter of 100 meters around a diameter, a radius,
He's probably selling drugs in a 5-block radius of your own neighborhood.
7.
Volume. Volume.
Example.
This is the volume of the trial where Artemisia is telling about the rape.
It also has easy microphone and volume control.
8.
Width. Width.
Example.
You had to work within specific height and width parameters.
So I'm going to measure across the width of my ceiling here.
9.
Adjust. Adjust.
Example.
Each landing comes in 3 pieces that allow you to adjust their height.
And the speaker can then adjust their message.
10.
Decrease. Decrease.
Example.
The decrease in incidence of deaths from cancer is largely attributable to new medicines or therapeutics.
Simon thought humanity would find substitutes for the metals and the prices would stay stable or even decrease.
11.
Extend. Extend.
Example.
The average human lifespan is now 432 years. And my work has been to extend the human lifespan indefinitely.
We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us.
Tell.
Convey. Convey.
Example.
I consider it my life's mission to convey the urgency of climate change through my work.
We've been exploring how artists use pictorial paradoxes to convey the humanity and divinity of Christ.
13.
Reinforce. Reinforce.
Example.
When we are silent about bias, we reinforce it.
If you run it all night, you may be able to reinforce your border before the weapons arrive. 14.
Mutually. mutually,
Example.
But I also don't think those two things are mutually exclusive.
Making money and making the workplace and the world a better place are not mutually exclusive.
15.
Secure. Secure.
Example.
And the moon and the reflection on the moon will have a secure place in your heart.
If you live in Norway, your status is relatively secure, right?
16.
suspend, suspend.
Example.
Their solution is to simply suspend the rocket over a much larger flame trench.
So trying as much as possible to suspend judgment is really important.
17.
Notion. Notion.
Example.
Finally, let's dispense with the notion that the war on poverty failed.
Imagine the ripples of this notion for the millions of people living and dying with dementia.
18.
Victory, victory.
Example.
Now, the looming victory of the Red Army spurred Allied action.
Not looking for the victory, but the progress.
19.
Peace. Peace.
Example.
I can hardly find the words to describe the peace I felt when I was acting.
When you go to consult the fates, they advise, should the peace last for a full 10 days, all will end soon.
20.
Belief. Belief.
Example.
We actively metabolize belief and story.
And I was inspired by this belief that my life could in fact change.